Okay, so I think my recording studio crashed in the middle of my last recording, and I didn't realize it during Germany 17, so this is probably skipping G17 and going straight to J17. The main thing is as you can see, it's just a big conglomerated mass of Allied fleet here, so if nothing else, we stalled him out a little bit. He's got no units, no ground units here. Boy, it would be nice if we just had one little transport. Of course, they wouldn't be surviving. But he's got no little ground units in here, so we're nice, and he's not adding any more units next turn from UK. He's not adding any units from US. So we've stalled the growth here, and I don't know. We may even get a chance to take a shot at these guys. 25, 28 units versus 42, so who knows? I don't know what it holds. Depends what he does with his fighters and positions people. The bad news is I did take my German turn, right? I didn't have at that time a good shot at that. I still don't think I will, but at least he's got a while till he's going to beat me, but he does got a lot of money going into the U.S., which is bad. We did take a shot at Italy with 4 infantry and 2 fighters, and then we also attacked TJ. TJ went fine, but Italy, we lost 3 infantry. They lost nobody. So he's going to be building units there, unfortunately. That's my big thing I was saying. I wanted to get them out so he couldn't build any units. The whole point of this move was to choke off the reinforcements, which we did, but now he's going to get to at least build them there. And I still say this game is far from any chance of me winning this game. So, you know, it looks kind of cool because Japan's just ruling the world, it looks like, but they have hardly any units on the map. And so once the Allies finish off these guys, we're in trouble, and we're nowhere near taking out Moscow. So unfortunately, you know, it's not that great. He's got 20 units there this turn. We got 15 we could hit it with. So it's just he's growing faster. He did take this, you know, he did the air shot with the, I had 6 units up here, 3 infantry, 3 artillery. He did 10 fighters, I think, maybe a bomber. I think it was just 10 fighters, actually. 10 fighters attacked it, and he only lost 2. So, which I think is actually average. But, I mean, come on. Give me a bone here. Throw me something. Anyways, it looks cool because there's a lot of orange, but I just, unfortunately, there's a lot of green right here, and we are not winning this. So if you look at the good old here, we are 42 attack power behind. Our income, I had like 60-something. So I'm doing like maybe an 80 income versus his 90. So he's still got income advantage despite me having Africa right now. So he's got strength, he's got advantage, he's got position, he's right next to my capital. So I don't, like I said, I really don't got a shot in this game, but we're going to have some fun. If I am going to have a shot, this is going to turn into having to be a longer game. So we are going to go ahead and build a transport and an industry to start producing more units. We got to produce more units for Japan if we're going to get anywhere. We're going to build an extra infantry for here because we're going to shuck 6, and then we can build 1 more transport next turn, and we'll get the 8 shuck going again, as well as get some tanks coming out of here. So we are putting 3 tanks in India. We're going to keep shoving tanks up this way, keep our 4 units coming, so we got 7 a turn coming up this way at least, until we get more production going. And we're going to try to disrupt some of this. And the good news with this stack is maybe we can push Germany into some of these territories, push Japan into some of these territories, and get these Americans out of here. So that's all the stuff that we're trying to do. I'm going to give him decent battles. He's going to keep airstriking me. That's fine. We're going to come in here. He's going to have 4 infantry, 8 fighters, and a bomber that can hit this stack, but oh well, so be it. We're going to put 7 fighters, or excuse me, 7 infantry and 3 tanks into this stack, so he can't hit them both at least. Let him see what he wants to do. Now, the interesting thing is he did land 2 fighters here, and so now comes a question. I've got 2 battleships and 2 infantry, so I can hit here with 2 infantry and 2 battleships. I don't even want to pull the, I'm not even going to pull the calculator up. I'm not even going to look at what the chances of that are. I'm going to say both my battleships, they are heroic. They are going to both hit. And if they don't, they're going to get at least one hit, and one of my infantry is going to hit. So we're just going to say that's going to happen. If I decide to do that. I still haven't decided. I got to look at this a little bit closer. I'm going to pause here in a second. I got to look at this a little closer, this whole mess. But the big thing is, what I did count is I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fighters and a bomber here, and all I got is 8 surface ships, with 2 of them being battleships. So that does not bode well if I'm somewhere where all of those air can hit. I think if I'm down here and I take this, 1, 2, 3, he can't land. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, he can't make it because none of the boats will be able to make it other than this destroyer and this sub, which, you know, we can send guys to take those guys out if we want, at least the destroyer. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it is kind of the precedent on me actually killing these fighters and taking the territory, because all of these can go 1, 2, 3 and then land there. So if I don't take it, well, shoot, then I'm in trouble. Not too worried about the sub. I have enough subs, so I can just leave the sub alone. We'll take out the 1 destroyer, then no boats can reach me at least. But yeah, we're not even gonna pull the odds. I think I'm gonna go for this because that gets me back to safety. Because I can't even go here because he's gonna just have enough that he can just pound the air out, and I can have subs live at least. I mean, I suppose that's a positive. I could sit here and send the subs all the way. I got enough subs here. I could just put a sub in every sea zone in the Atlantic, right? And he's only got 8 destroyers. So what do we do that? How many sea zones can I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we can put a sub in every sea zone. I think I might do that. And that way he can send his destroyers, but then all my subs are within striking distance, and especially if I can keep them in as much striking distance of 11, 7, 8, you know, these 3 zones, the better. So, all right. I'm going to pause and think for just a second. Okay. I really think that might be my best bet. You know, I could come down to here, but I'm afraid if I don't come down here, he's going to corner me. Corner my whole fleet, and there'll be a complete waste. So I think I got to come down here regardless. Potentially, if I don't take it, I could send my carriers, but even then, my battleships will be sitting over here. And I'd have 6 carriers and destroyers here, but all of this can hit there. I think we just got to go here and pull back and take the fact that we slowed them up for just a little bit to hopefully take control back of Europe some, and let's just see what happens. So, meanwhile, we are going to take out this sub. 4. We'll make sure we hit him. We're going to bring this guy up here, and so we're going to threaten the west side of the USA at the same time. And see if we can't create some pandemonium there. It would be so awesome. This would make this game so much fun if this survives, because then he has to protect this versus me coming in. He's got to protect this from this side. It'd just be fun to see what he does. If we can pull that off. Kind of almost want to make sure I kill him. I'm thinking about 2 subs, Because if this goes poorly, I could also tuck all my subs into the med here and put a destroyer block. He can't get me, and then all my subs will be safe, and they can come back to hide for safety. Actually, for that very reason, instead of using the subs from that way, we'll use the subs from this way. I could put that factory up here. Maybe I want to make an Egypt factory. We're killing this transport. We pull these guys in here. We could put a destroyer block there if we wanted to. Six. Oh wait, destroyers and carriers can't non-combat where I don't think they can. Alright, we're just going to do this. We're going to do this. We'll send 2 subs here, because I really do want to make sure that I get that guy. And I just got a bad feeling about him right now. My gut's saying he's going to hit back before my first one hits if I don't do that. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what he does. Like I said, this is just a for fun at this point. You know, maybe, here we go. Alright, spin around, clapping, cutting, sacrificing my goats. Here we go. Both battleships with a hit. Facing west. We're doing all the rituals. Boom, boom. Oh, come on, infantry. Like I said, I count on one of you guys. Oh, that's not good. Oh! Oh, come on! Yes! Woohoo! What are I don't know what the odds are, but what are the odds? I don't know. But that is just awesome. Mray's going to be so ticked when he sees this that I didn't lose anybody. I'm sorry, Mray, when you see that, when you watch this. I know he's starting to watch the videos, so it's one of those ones you got to apologize for. Even just the sequence of how that went, that all his fighters went whiffed on defense. Alright, that's going to be a little more. I was hoping to get that with no hits. Hopefully the AA will get 3 hits when he attacks. If he attacks that stack. He may attack the other stack. But I think he will attack that one because he's got all the infantry to spare. Oh, come on. 4 6s, come on. Thank you. Sheesh. Took me 6 dice. That would have taken me 6 rounds. I'm sure 1 sub wouldn't have done the trick. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Can't get there. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. We can't reach there from either direction, right? 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. So we can't threaten these guys with the bomber regardless, unless we landed them here, which I don't think we could we? Yeah, no, we couldn't. Alright, y'all getting your money's worth out of this, if nothing else. I'll say that. I'm still going to come back and think about that one. We're going to park Mr. Bomber right here. Mr. Fighter's going to go right here with the carrier, so that he can come on up. So now we'll have bomber, fighter, artillery, infantry threatening all three of these guys. We're going to have 2 infantry and 2 battleships threatening this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that would be fun if we could just bomb from this side, but unfortunately we can't do that either. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. I think we want him in Pearl because he can jump to Brazil next turn. And Pearl still threatens the west coast at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't think we can reach. I'm trying everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think we can reach Brazil from here, but we can reach Brazil from Pearl. Since we survived, we're going to keep our whole strike force together instead of splitting subs all over the place. We're going to really put some pressure. He can dead zone that one, but he can't dead zone Season 11, so we're going to put pressure on Season 11 with my transport. Oh, don't want to forget about these guys. I think this bomber is actually going to be better back in here because you can at least put pressure on C-Zone 9. They both can get to 12. It just adds 9, whereas down here doesn't really add anything, and I can still get to Brazil if I want to next turn. All right. So here we go, trying to create pressure somehow, somewhere. See what happens. Since we didn't put anything in here, I don't want to go with... Could go down in South Africa. Feed in that way, but units are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away from Moscow versus good old 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Here they're 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. But we get 3 units out of here, 2 units out of here, and I'm afraid we might lose this eventually. So I think we are going to go with good old traditional guy back here where we can build some tanks coming in. All right, this is kind of fun, not pulling out the calculator all the time and doing all that bit and just playing. So this is what the map looks like. There's like nothing. This is just, it's eerie how dead Asia and even Europe, all the way up until, you know, France and Germany. The map is just dead of ground units. And then we got these fleet battles. Very interesting. There we go.